get something built?
Well, here we go. Game 3 of the series. Loadouts are exactly the same. Luvnest did have faction selection. Dusty is going to have to probably change his strategy up a little bit. As Oster, I'm quite curious, in fact, to see what he's going to do to try and counter Luvnest's build, which I doubt he's going to change. Luvnest's build is starting to become a little bit predictable. As Soviets, it seems to pretty much be 4 conscripts, 2 flamethrowers, half-track, mortar. That's what it pretty much looks like. And then from there, he's got his various assortment of call-ins. I don't think he generally uses guards, but he has them. Doesn't usually call in infantry, just tries to win on the 4 conscripts, 2 flamethrowers, and he seems to have a lot of success in doing that. So we'll see what Dusty does. Instant mechanized assault pick this game. He's going to throw some assault grenadiers on the field, send them with grenadiers straight towards the fuel, and this will create a very strong position on the fuel point. Pio's doing some back capping right there. So see how this goes for him. DBMB, of course, makes excellent use of assault grenadiers in the early game, so Dusty's probably going to try to emulate that a little bit. Get that stronger early game going. Force 1 retreat here with grenadier support. Goes pretty well. Knocks a model off that squad. Loses a model in exchange, though. Pio's taking the fuel. Grenadiers circling towards another squad of conscripts right there. Maybe they can try and force another retreat. Conscripts reposition into green cover. Grenadiers reposition into this building. Third squad of conscripts on its way north, while assault grenadiers continue to try to get control of this munitions point. And there's a pretty early machine gun from Dusty. I hope he doesn't go overzealous in the machine guns this game, and I hope that he defends this machine gun really well, because last game that double machine gun start went horribly. It went really horribly for him. Assault Grenadiers are going to be taking damage while they try and capture this munitions. It's not very good. You really want to try and minimize the amount of damage on these guys in the early game. They're not as delicate as Sturm Pioneers, but they don't do as much damage as Sturm Pioneers either. Repositioning them a little bit. Let's see. Keep them moving. They're going to hide behind this hedge, I guess, but at this point he might have better luck if he just retreats those. These Pios also falling very low. Probably going to have to get out of there. So Pios and Assault Grenadiers completely off the battlefield. Grenadiers jumping into this building right here. MG42 packing up, resetting up. Luvnest can't decide what he wants to do either. Hoorahs and then hoorahs back. Grenadiers in this house. Dusty seems to be off to a kind of okay start. Kind of okay. As long as he doesn't lose control of this fuel point, it's clearly proving difficult for him to hold on to, but if he can just get something suppressed with that machine gun and force a retreat from Luvnest, he should be able to hold right here. If he's forced to retreat from this position, he's going to be off to a terrible start, so it's clearly he's having difficulty. He's got to figure something out. Grenadiers are on their way to assist. Machine gun does get a burst off, but nothing gets suppressed. Assault Grenadiers are going to have to retreat soon. I'm surprised he didn't put them in the house instead of this Grenadier squad. Everything looks like it might get wiped if he doesn't retreat soon. There go the Assault Grenadiers. There go the Grenadiers. Flamethrower is here. Once that jumps into the house, Dusty may very, very much struggle to maintain this position, since he's going to have to keep his distance from that building if he doesn't want to get flamethrowered to death. Luvnest is taking control of everything in the south and left with this spare combat engineer squad right here, which will shove those Pios back into the base. And Luvnest is now throwing up conscript sandbags, which means Dusty has basically lost this engagement and needs to somehow recover. Bit of manpower bleed on all of his squads as well. His machine gun couldn't suppress anything, couldn't force any retreats, and it looks like Dusty's going to rotate left. Barbed wire up here from Luvnest is going to again make this retreat path very dangerous through the road. Hopefully Dusty will do something about that this game. He could snip the wire, run it over with a vehicle, whatever. Flank on this machine gun. But those conscripts retreat immediately, interestingly enough. Grenadiers taking the center VP. Conscripts jump into the house to counter. Assault Grenadiers chase away that combat engineer squad in the south. Grenadiers taking control of the south munitions point. Pios going for the fuel. Assault Grenadiers moving to take control of some undefended territory over there on the left. Conscripts force a reposition from that machine gun. Machine gun on the right has to retreat. Grenadiers falling quite low. Luvnest has control of this right side cutoff and this building. And once again, it looks like Dusty is very much struggling to hold any territory. Machine gun not being set up towards this cutoff means he's going to lose access to the fuel and munitions here in the south. Assault Grenadiers just jumped in this shed. Seems like kind of a dangerous thing to do. Then leaves the shed. Running into close range on that flamethrower, but they are falling low and will have to retreat or get wiped. They will take actually a safer retreat path because of the barbed wire over there, though. That's actually kind of funny. This retreat path from engagements in the south is actually safer now. Retreating from engagements in the center is not. MG42 suppresses the conscripts right there.
We are losing a sector. Our base is under attack.
MG42 working on conscripts. They do get suppressed before they can position properly in green cover, so Pios should be able to run up into close range and force that retreat. Grenadiers in this house probably going to get forced out soon. Luvnest doesn't seem to tech Molotovs. He would rather just rush tier 3 and get that half track out. Dusty has gone 2-2-1. No upgrade on that yet.
How can we help? The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300 points.
Grenadiers taking control of the strategic point there on the right. Pios grabbing it as well. 222 has finished upgrading, making its way through the center to engage against some flamethrower Pios up there. MG42 and Minesweeper also joining. Interesting maneuver by Dusty here to just set up facing towards the road while his 222 forces a retreat from this double flamethrower, which it should be able to do easily. Oh, that bait! I didn't even know there was a mine right there! Oh my god! That mine! Oh no! 222 goes down! I can't even believe that just happened. That sneaky mine, I didn't even see that, and neither did the Minesweeper! Neither did the Minesweeper, which didn't keep quite close enough distance on that 222, and it ends in disaster. And gets a lucky flamethrower pop right there. I guess that's something, but the loss of his scout car definitely hurts. Oh man. Conscripts taking control of the munitions point here in the south. T-70 on the field from Luvnest is going to force a full retreat from Dusty, and he'll go back to being completely contained, and it looks like Luvnest might take this game 500 victory points up again.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
T-70 is diving the base to try and seal the game. Wipes that squad. AT guns in production, but it's so late. Dusty's still very far away from a Strug-E. And again, he has no fuel coming in, completely cut off from the map. That Grenadier squad has to get off the battlefield. Here comes the AT gun. At the very least, it will push that T-70 out of the base. But it'll probably be able to get back for repairs easily enough. Conscripts are set up in green cover right outside Dusty's front door. Assault Grenadiers. Gonna push away that conscript squad. Wiped, actually. Nice wipe by Dusty. I don't know if that's gonna matter though. There's demo charge right there. Still a T-70 on the field. Luvnest is actually floating 700 manpower. He's going to spend it on a T-34, so that's 400 of float left, which he could spend on, I think, a late game mortar. No, guards, okay. Change things up a little bit this game.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
This is German territory, no!
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
T-70 engaging against... Oh, no. No! Okay. T-34 is about to hit the field. Dusty doing a little backcapping with this wounded Grenadier squad over here. These two squads about to leave the Oster base, make their way back to the front lines. I'm not sure if Luvnest will have vision of that or not. Not really. No. It's probably not gonna gamble on that demo charge. And that machine gun would actually maybe survive unless the gun itself got destroyed. Guards going up against these assault grenadiers, winning the engagement pretty easily thanks to the almighty PTRS. MG42 squad does survive that demo charge right there. 18 gun set up for the T-34's push. Wounded Grenadiers making a push to try and maybe damage the engine of that T-34, which is taking its sweet time and repositioning to safety. It might take 3 hits. Okay, that AT gunshot's missed a little bit, hit the building instead. T-34 is going to try and circle around. It has taken 3 consecutive hits from that AT gun, but the T-70 moving up to help clear will definitely wipe that. And there it goes. AT gun wiped. T-70 diving into the base, and Dusty knows there's nothing he can do to recover this game, and Luvnest loses game 1 with his non-meta attempt, but smashes Dusty hard in games 2 and game 3. With his full meta Soviets, well played Luvnest.